If you find somewhere that feels sticky and you really need to release something from there, just stay there, press into the body, wipe it away. Big breaths. And then big sweeps to release. Good. And then come back into stillness, one hand on chest, one hand on belly, option to close the eyes. Take a big clearing inhale through the nose. Deep exhale out. Do it again, full inhale, so you cannot take any more oxygen in. And then complete exhale, push it all out. Oh, that was a good one. All right, inhale into chest. Feel the chest rise underneath you, underneath that hand. And then as you exhale with a shushing noise, start to soften the sternum, the middle of the chest bone. Imagine you're bringing both sides of your chest in towards the midline. Do it again. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, knit the chest together as you push out the CO2. Good. Moving down to the rib cage, base of the rib cage. Expand chest and ribs. Exhale, knit the chest and ribs together towards the center line, softening underneath your hands. One more time here. In through throat, chest, rib cage, grow, expand. Deep shushing exhale out. Good. Moving to the abdominal region, the belly as you inhale it to expand and grow, filling your body with beautiful oxygen. And then as you exhale, can you cinch the sides together towards the belly button, drawing pubic bone and rib cage towards one another as well. Couple more times. Inhale, grow, fill the belly. Exhale, start to connect in. Fire, find that core engagement. Last time here, inhale, chest, rib cage, belly, expand, fill. Deepest exhale, connect into the core. Beautiful. Pelvic floor time. Option to move the hands down, heels of the hands on the hip bones, fingers pointing to pubic bone. As we inhale, our pelvic floor drops and expands. As you exhale, imagine you're pulling in a P or lifting up your perineum inside you. Do it again, looking for tension in your brow, your jaw, your shoulders, or your glutes. Try to relax everything else and just find that pelvic floor connection. Inhale, release, expand, no tension in the inhale, and then exhale, connect in, lifting inside you. The inhale, the release is just as important as that engagement. So really tune into that inhale. Check that you're not tightening it or gripping at all. Last time, full complete inhale. Feel the chest, rib cage, belly, and pelvic floor all expand. Deep exhale with a shushing, lift pelvic floor, draw the bones together, cinch the ribs and the chest. Lovely. You can keep your hands where they are. We're going to bring the feet onto the ground, knees bent in line with the hips and the ankles. Hello, whoever is joining. Good morning. And we're going to do some pelvic tilts to start off to warm up our pelvis. So as you inhale, you're going to arch your low back slightly, bringing your pubic bone down towards the ground. And then as you exhale, no squeezing of the glutes, find that pelvic floor connection. Back your pubic bone towards your belly button. Couple more times. Inhale, arch the back, coming out of your neutral spine, which doesn't happen very often. And then exhale, pubic bone comes towards the belly button, tucking tailbone under, imprinting spine into the mat. Keep going, rounding down through the feet to keep those knees still. One more time. Inhale, pelvic tilt towards the ground. Exhale, pelvic tilt towards your pubic bone. Come back to neutral. So your pubic bone is in line with your hip bones. You've got a little space between your low back and the mat. Now we're going to do some quick lifts So you're going to lift your left, actually, let's do it with a knee drop. So you're going to drop your knees to the right side of your mat, not all the way down, just a little bit, noticing how your pelvis rises up, your left hip rises up. And then with a really mindful core engagement, draw the knees and the pelvis back to center. And bring them over to the side. Knees drop to the left side. Pelvis rises up. So your right hip is going to lift up off the ground. Slight big exhalation. Come back to center. Notice if you're tensing, keep going into your shoulders here. Relax everything else. Slow, juicy movements. A little bit of a spinal rotation. Nothing too big. More thinking pelvic mobility and a little knee sway. Come back to center, hold center. Now we're going to do the same thing with our pelvis, but our knees are not going to all. So you're going to take an inhale and your right hip is going to rise up just a little bit, right hip coming up off the ground slightly. And then exhale, use that thing and core engagement to switch over to the left side. Left hip rises up. Exhale, back to center. Right hip, lift. Exhale, engage, center. Left hip lift. Exhale, engage, center, hold center, push down into the left foot. You're going to open the right knee to the side for 4. Inhale for 3, for 2. Hold at the bottom here. Give that right knee a little shake. And I don't want it to just be hanging out as far down as it can go. I want there still to be some engagement in the lower abs. So lift it up a little bit so you're feeling an engagement in the low abs. Check that your left hip is still grounded. Take an inhale, lengthen through that right knee. And then exhale, engage to draw the knee back in line with the hip for 3, 2, and 1. Go again, right side, open, 4. Inhale, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, close, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open. Watch the pelvis doesn't drop to the side here. We want it stable, facing the ceiling. Exhale, close. Watch the shoulders aren't tensing. I was totally just tensing. 1 more time. Right side, open. 4, open. 3. Oh gosh, 2. I'm being attacked. And 1. Exhale, close. Shit. 4. This isn't going to go well. 2 and 1. Hold center, knees in line with hips. You totally just ate my face. All right, pushing down into both feet. You're going to come back into that pelvic tilt. So inhale, pubic bone down to the ground. Exhale, pubic bone to belly button. Do it 1 more time, just the tilt. Inhale towards the ground. This time as you exhale, tuck your pubic bone to your belly button, round the spine, and lift up 1 vertebrae at a time into a bridge. Articulate that spine to lift up. Awesome. 1 more time. Tuck your bone to your belly button, round your spine like an angry cat, and you're lowering down 1 vertebrae at a time. Knees stay still. Ooh-wee. Tailbone, the last thing to drop. Inhale, pubic bone towards the ground, little lift up of the low back. Exhale, ground down through the feet, tuck pubic bone 1 vertebrae at a time. We rise up. Hold the top of the bridge, pushing down with that left foot. You're going to come up on the right toe. Pelvis stays. So when we come up on a toe, we're come up on a whole foot. We still want our pelvis to be still. We're not yet. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left bum, just to keep it there this whole time so we know we're not sticking our left hip out and dropping it. We want it lifted. Okay, someone just left. I wonder why. All right, holding here, you're on the right toe. You're going to lower your bum down as you inhale, exhale, lift it back up. Really light on the right, heavy on the left here. The left is what we want to be working. Good, checking the left hip isn't thinking out to the side. Use that left hand to align the hip. 1 more. Awesome, stay here, or if it feels okay for you, plant your right hand on the ground, activate through it, and you're gonna lift your right foot off the ground entirely, tucking in that the pelvis stayed stable. Keep going with the drop and the lower. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Dylan, I love you, but this is not the time. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Pushing into the left foot, feeling the left glute, keeping the pelvis level. 4, 3, 2, hold the top. Now we're going to tap the foot down and lift it up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Doesn't have to be high here in our glute bridge. We don't want to be extending our low back to get the bum higher. It's okay if it's a little bit. You're still going to feel glute and hamstring like crazy. 2 more. 1 more. Bring them together. Inhale, tap it, lower the bum. Exhale, lift the bum, lift the leg. Standing on top of hip. For 5, Breathe into the pelvis, connect into the core on those exhales. 3, 2, and 1. Hold, place the foot down again on the toe, and then slowly lower down, articulating the spine one vertebrae at a time. Tuck pubic bone to belly button, tailbone the last thing to drop. Plant both feet on the ground, hands come back to the pelvis, check that it's neutral and level. Now we're gonna press down into the right foot, open the left knee to the side. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check in that you're not just dropping that knee completely. Bring it up a few inches, feeling the low abs connect. Take an inhale, lengthen through left knee. Exhale, press into right foot. Draw that left knee back in like you got resistance. Do it again. Inhale, open. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, close. Pelvic floor. 2, and 1. Again, open. 3, 2, and 1, and close. 3, 2, and 1. Stay here, press into that right foot. And then we're gonna come up into our bridge again. So inhale, pubic bone to the ground, little low back lift. Exhale, tuck pubic bone to belly button, one vertebrae at a time, rise up into your bridge. Hold here, pressing into that right foot. You're gonna on the left ball of the left foot. Right hand outside of right hip to check that we're not dropping out to the side. Keep it in line with the knee. I like to have my left hand on the ground for a little support. All right. So you can stay here on the ball of the toe. Actually, we have to do stops, don't we? Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, connect into that right foot. Push back up. How light can you be on that left toe? Oh my gosh, this side. Whew, way harder for me. 2 more. 1 more. Stay on the toe, or if you want to go there, bring that left foot up off the ground. Really pushing your right foot to make this happen. Let's go again. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, lift. Doesn't have to be high. Checking our pelvis is staying level. Both hip bones in line with one another. 3 more. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. For 2. For 1. Hold the top. Tap the toe down as you inhale. Exhale, lift it back up. Tap it down and lift. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Bring them together. Inhale, tap the foot down, drop the hips halfway down. Exhale, push your right foot to lift the hips and foot, knee on top of ankle. Keep going. Inhale down, exhale lift. Check the right hip isn't dropping out to the side. 4, 3, 2, oh my gosh. 1, plant left foot down, hold the top of your bridge, both feet down, curl your pubic bone to your belly button, and then slowly, vertebrae at a time, round the back, articulate down to the ground. Ooh, baby. All right. Feet bunded, knees in line with hips, come back, hands to pelvic region. We're gonna bring both knees out to the side together. So lateral knee fold, both knees. Take a big inhale. Deep exhale to connect in. Inhale, open knees for 4, 3, 2, pause here, give a little shaky shake. Check that we're not just dropping with no intention. So come up an inch, feeling those low abs connect. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, draw them back in line with the hips. 3, 2, 1, go again. Inhale, open. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, go close. 3, 2, and 1. Final time. Open. 3, 2. Hold it here. Shimmy your feet till the soles of your feet are touching. The outer blades of your feet are on the ground. So we're in kind of like a froggy position. Take an inhale and then exhale. Really engage your core to lift that right foot off the ground into a kind of upward, externally rotated frog. Inhale here. Exhale, engage core to lift the left leg up. So now we're in a bent knee on top of hip, froggy position. Awesome. All right, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your knees together, squeezing inner thighs, squeezing inner blades of the feet. Do it again. Inhale, open those knees. Exhale, draw them together using the core. Squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Hold the open. Bring the hands to the back of the head, interlace them at the back of the head, and then bring the elbows kind of pointing slightly towards the sky. Drop your chin to your chest to find length in the back of the neck, keeping a little space between chin and chest. And then on your next exhale, use your upper abs to float head, neck, and shoulders up off the ground. We still want to have a little space between low back and the back. Yeah?
Our knees together now?
Knees are open. Sorry, you can't really see. My knees are open. They can be closed if it feels better for you. Oh, hi, do you want, no. Okay, so we're here. Good question, thank you. So we're doing some crunches here. So we're gonna inhale here. Deep exhale, connect in. Inhale, lower head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, bring them up. Keep going like that. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Pulling on head, neck, and shoulders, allowing the upper abs to lift up. Softness in the neck. Space between chin and chest. 3 more, just upper body. 2 more. 1 more. Exhale, draw those hip bones. Hold the top. Take an inhale here. Deep exhale here. We're just holding upper body. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, close the knees, upper body still lifted. We're going to bring them together now. So as we inhale, we're head, neck, and shoulders. We open the knees. As we exhale, we lift head, neck, and shoulders. Squeeze inner thighs together. Squeeze feet together. Keep going like that. Bringing both moves together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift pelvic floor. 2 to go. 1 to go. Good. Hold here. Knees are together now. Extend the arms if it feels okay. Both arms, palms face down, reaching outside of your legs. If you want to, you can cradle head, neck, and shoulders with one or both hands. You don't have to extend the hands here. If this is becoming too much in your hip flexors, you can plant your feet on the ground as well. You don't have to have them elevated. All right, so we're here. We're going to take an inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, pull the shoulders down away from the ears. And then as we exhale, we're going to pulse our hands 4 times up and down with our exhales. Shh, 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 shh. Inhale, lower head, neck, and shoulders down. Exhale, curl up and pulse the hands. Shh, 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 shh. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and reach. Shh, 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 shh. 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and reach. Shh, shh. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Like this. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. Head, neck, and shoulders rest down. Reach the arms overhead alongside your ears. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to bring a little more arm movement into this round. So inhale, lengthen through those fingers. And then as you exhale, arms sweep overhead, back down by your hips with our pulses. Shh, 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 shh. Inhale, rest head, neck, and shoulders. Arms sweep head alongside the ears. Exhale, sweep and pulse. Shh, 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 shh. Again, inhale. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. 2 more. Let's do it. Inhale. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. Again, inhale. Exhale. Shh, 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 shh. Awesome. Head, neck, and shoulders rest down. Plant the feet on the ground, hands by the side. Come into a sway again. So as you inhale, drop the knees to one side. Exhale, mindful engagement. Use those obliques to pull the leg to center, drop them to the other side. If you want to, you can bring your hands to your side body, your obliques, and feel how they can engage to lift the knees back over. A couple more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, engage and lift. 1 more time this way. Exhale. Awesome. Drop them to the next side and then keep them there. You're going to stack your knees and stack your hips. So you have to pick up your bum cheek a little bit to stack one hip right on top of the other. Your chest is still facing the sky. So we're in kind of like a twisted I don't know, fetal position here. Bring head, neck, and shoulder, bring hands behind the base of the neck again. Now we're gonna do a side crunch, so it's much more oblique focused than when we were just both knees up facing the sky. So just like we did before, inhale, lengthen, and then as you exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders, no tension neck. Inhale, go back down. Exhale, inhale down. Exhale, use the obliques to make this side and flexion happen. 2 more, full range. Woo. 1 more, full range. Hold the top, we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, try to have no momentum, working from the obliques. 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Oh my gosh, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more, full range, then we're gonna pulse again. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, and pulse. Let's go. Shh, 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 shh. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. You're going to roll completely over onto that side now. I would like you to extend your arm and rest your head on it. I can't do that with my headphones, so I'm going to be kinked up, James, not hot on the neck. So rest your head, neck goes down. You can get a pillow if you want a little neck support as well. All right, so my knees are bent. They're in front of my body. My feet are in line with my bum. My hips are stacked, not open to the sky. I'm going to find a little bit of a core engagement, that mouse house under your obliques. So a little space between obliques and the mat to engage. So drawing those hip bones together. Lovely. From here, the clamshell, the legs open. So we inhale for 3, 2 feet stay together, just the knee opens. Hold here, checking that we're not opening our hip to the sky. I only want you to lift the leg as high as you can while maintaining pelvis straight to me. Cool. Inhale 1 more time, and then exhale, draw them close together. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, open, go. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, close. 3, 2, 1. Open. 3, 2, 1. Last time. Close. 3, 2, 1. Go. Open. 3, 2. Hold it open. So feet are together. Knees are open. We're going to pulse up. Up. If it helps, bring your hand to your hip, your side bum, and feel those deep glute muscles working to pulse. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, and slowly lower. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the foot a few inches off the other foot. Same thing. Feet are not touching now. So we inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 3, 2, hold it, top, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep the obliques engaged. 1. Now we're going to tap our knees together and tap our feet together. Knees, feet. Inhale, knee, exhale, feet. Each time you exhale, touch those feet, connect into the abdominal core. 4, 3, ooh, this one's spicy. 2, and 1. Stack knees on top of one another. Extend the legs so your thighs are going in the same angle away from your body at 45 degrees. Flex the foot. Lower, inhale, exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Hips stay stacked. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the top, your top, pulse. 8, 7, Doolin, no, 6, 5, he's eating my rug. 4, 3, he's such a shithead. 2, and 1. Point the toes, same thing. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Last round on this side. 6, 5, sorry. 4, 3, 2, hold the top. Make sure the pelvis is stable and lift. Pulse. Pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. You're gonna come up on your elbow, elbow under shoulder, side plank here. So you can be on your hip like I am, you can be on your knees, or you can be on your feet for your side plank. So take an inhale, lengthen through the head, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and then really connect into this bottom forearm to rise up into your side plank. Just like we were doing on the ground, I want your hips stacked. So take that top hip right on top of the bottom. Lift up high out of the obliques. You can have this top arm rested for support, or you can reach it up to the sky. If you're going there with me, you're going to twist under, a little rotation of the spine as you exhale, and then inhale, stack shoulders, stack hips, open up. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. We got 4 more of these. Twist, look down, push into that forearm to really lengthen through the bottom shoulder. 3 to go. Don't you love how slow I'm going? 2. 1 more. Good. Come down on the hips. You're going to come down to both forearms now. You're going to be looking down to the ground. We're in a twisted plank. So our knees are back in that clamshell position. We're going to push up onto our forearms. So we're on kind of the outer blade of our bottom calf. Hips are high. Looking down, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, engage the core. If you want to go there with me, we inhale, bring our hip down to the ground slightly, and then exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Again, that internal oblique working to make the side lift happen. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to your bum. You're flipping completely onto your front now. Onto one knee. The other leg is extended out behind you. We're going to do 1 knee push-up. So turn your fingers, your pointer fingers, your middle fingers towards the corners of the mat. Soften the elbows and really pull those shoulders down away from the ears. Find core engagement. Your elbows are going to come in towards your rib cage as you make this push-up happen. Your leg can stay grounded or lift up pendulum style like I'm doing right now. As your lower body goes down, the leg lifts. So we inhale, we lower, elbows in close, shoulders hold back and down. We exhale, find core engagement, push it back up. You're on when you're ready. Join me. Inhale down, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees together, knees under hips, shoulders under wrists. Take an inhale, let your tailbone rise, your belly drops, your chest look up. Exhale, soft elbows, angry cat, tucking tailbone, looking back between your thighs, spinal flexion. A couple more times. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale, use your core to round the spine, lifting pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale, soften pelvic floor open, the sits bones as tailbone rises. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral spine. Tail wags this time, different kind of pelvic mobility. So as you inhale, bring your right hip up towards your right rib cage. Exhale, draw back towards center. Keep going side to side. Try to keep your shoulders still, just moving from the pelvis here. Lovely. Curl your toes under. Downward dog. Find a softening in the knees, a little softening in the elbows, and then you're going to bring your ears close onto your biceps, chest reaching towards your thighs, tailbone rising towards the sky. I'm going to have to do something about this dog. Find some toy that will occupy him for an hour. I don't know. All right, soften those knees, walk your hands towards your feet. Meet me in a forward fold with soft knees. Shake out your head. Maybe roll your shoulders a couple of times. Maybe shake out the wrists here. No tension in the neck, brow, jaw. And then find a softening in knees. Take an inhale, feel the back body expand. Exhale, ground down through the core engagement, round the spine, standing one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Head, the last thing to rise. Coming on to the left foot. Little baby squat is our standing set. So you're gonna sit your booty back behind you. Left leg is working. My right leg is light on the right toe. Getting back behind me, angling my upper body forward about 45 degrees. Cool. So inhale, have a little sit back. Exhale, push up into the left, light on the right toe. Inhale down, looking down just ahead of your foot. Exhale, rise. Let's go for 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Go down and pulse with me. 4. 3. Knee on top of imaginary shoelaces. Rise up for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Go down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse. 4, 3, 2. Push into foot. Stand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go back. 4, 3, 2, 4. Pulses. Go. 4, 3, 2. Hold the bottom here. Hold the bottom. Take that right leg. You're going to step it out into kind of a lunge. The toe can be pointed. Take an inhale, lengthen through the head. Exhale, pull the shoulders down, connect into the core. Now you can stand up a little bit more if you need to here, or you can stay low in this knee bend. We're going to lift this extended right leg up and down, up and down. Exhale, up, inhale, down. Checking in the left hip isn't dropping out to the side. Keep going. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lovely. Lift it up, hold it here. Take an inhale, lengthen through that toe. Exhale, push into the ground, rise up, bring the leg with you. Knee rises, knee in line with hip. Check here, hips are level. Awesome. Take an inhale here. Deep exhale, connect in. Next time we inhale, sit that bum back again, send the leg out. Foot can be tapped down or it can stay lifted. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push down, rise up, bring the knee with you. Do it again. Inhale, sit and lengthen. Exhale, rise. Inhale, sit and lengthen. Exhale, rise. Option to add arms once you've got the groove. Inhale, open the arms out to a T. Exhale, rise up like you're hugging a tree. Shoulders back and down. Keep going. Leaning forward in that squat. Standing tall, the tallest you as we rise. 4, 3, woo, 2, and 1. Hold here, knee is up. Grab that knee, check hips are level. And then we're going to open the knee to the side, keeping pelvis square knee, and then bring it back, close to center. Inhale, open. Soften that left knee. Exhale, close. If this is feeling super easy breezy today, I welcome you to close your eyes. Light on that knee. Woo. Some of you are yogis and you can extend your leg and grab your toe in this position. Please, go for it. I can't do that. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Hold that leg up. Option to tap it down or bring it to the side of the shin. Genie the arms. We're going to twist over that bent leg. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Spinal twist. Shoulders back and down. Go again. Inhale. Pelvis stays square. Just the spine rotating. Exhale, back to center. 2 more. Inhale, twist. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Holy left leg. Exhale. Release the hands down. Tap that foot down. You can shake out the legs if you need to a little bit. We're a little bit of upper body here. So you can stay on both feet. You can be on one toe, or if you want to challenge your balance a little bit, you can come into kind of a tree pose, foot below or above the knee, but don't put it on the knee, please. Cool. Okay, so from here, palms face away from you, shoulders back and down. Find length and strength in those arms. Take an inhale, bring them up to a T position, shoulders back and down. And then exhale, actively draw them back down. Squeezing arms into side body. Go again. Inhale, lift to a T. Check shoulders aren't rising. Exhale, actively pull down. Feeling your back, your shoulder blades pull down as the arms come down. Do it again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Last time. And pull. Good. Left knee forward, little bend in the knee. You're coming into a forward hip hinge, 45 degrees. Your palms are going to face me again. This time you bring them up into a T position, squeezing shoulder blades together at the top, and then exhale, draw them back down. I didn't like my cueing there, sorry. I want you to exhale and lift. Inhale to lower. So as we exhale and lift, we bring our shoulder blades together, but we're not popping chest, rib cage, or popping booty to make that happen. We're still in neutral spine. We're looking about 2 feet ahead of our foot on the floor. Thinking back, body working to elevate the arms. One more time like this. Good, now we're taking the arms into a Y position. Exhale, lift them up, shoulders pull back and down. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. If you're light on that left leg, check into the hip. If it's dropping to the sides, lift it up. Elongate. 2 more. Y shape. 1 more. Hold the top of your Y. Turn the palms to the ground. Little pulses. Up, up. 8, 7. Shoulders relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the arms for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Rise up nice and tall. Other leg, same. Got to do it all on the other side. So we're going to start with our one-legged squat, sitting down, rising up. Upper body 45-degree lean, sitting back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Heavy on that left foot, right foot, super light on the left. 2 more. 1 more tempo. Awesome. Go down, meet me at the bottom. We're in a pulse for 4, 3, 2, slowly rise for 4. Push into the right foot for 3, 2, and 1. Lower, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse, 4, pulse, 3, 2, and 1. Lift, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower, 4, 3, 2, pulse, 4, 3, 2, hold the bottom here. Rise up a little bit if you need to. You're taking that left leg out to the side, pointing the toe. Yeah, all right, we're gonna lift and lower that left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. You can tap the toe down or keep the foot elevated the whole time. Check into right hip. Find length, adjust it so you're tall on that right hip. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse, 8, 7, pulse, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna all those moves together. So we're gonna inhale as we, exhale as we rise up. No, inhale, sorry. And then exhale, sit it back down. Leg comes out to the side, maybe tap it down. Inhale, rise up, find length, stacking hips are level. Exhale, sit it back down. Booty goes back behind you. Watch the knees not going far forward over the toe. Go again, rise up. And out. Up. Adding arms if you're feeling it. Open up, feeling that back body as you open the arms. Watch the chest isn't popping. Hug a tree. 2 more. Looking down to the ground as you forward fold in that hip crease. Hold it here. Woo, grab that left knee. Check our hips are level. Inhale, open. Soften the right knee. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Grounding down, reaching up through the spine. Option to close the eyes. Inhale. Oh gosh. Option to hold on to the thing if you need to. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, connect in. Lift pelvic floor. 1 more. Option to bring that foot down or keep it elevated. Genie those arms, shoulders back and down. Rib cage stacked on pelvis, so we're neutral. We inhale and we twist. Pelvis stays still. Exhale, shh, come to center. For 4, he's finally asleep. 3, woo. For 2, and 1. All right, bring that foot down. You can keep both feet grounded. You can be here on your toe, tree pose, or tree pose. You choose. Ready? Palms face forward. Take an inhale, lift to shoulder height. Pause here, checking that your shoulders are back and down. Take an inhale, lengthen through those strong fingers, and then exhale, engage. Imagine the resistance. Draw them down, picking your shoulder blades pulling down. Inhale, reach. You can your own time. If I'm going too slowly or too quickly for you, you do you. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Awesome. Soften that right knee, coming forward in our forward fold. You can be grounded on both feet or light on the left. Palms face forward, looking down ahead of your feet. Pull those shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach the arms to your T. Exhale. Pull them down. Inhale, reach, shoulder blades come together. Exhale. Draw those hip bones together as the arms come back down. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Let's hold the top this time and pulse it. Pull the shoulders down, try to relax the neck and shoulders. Pulse, pulse. Shh, shh. Check your right hips not dropping to the side. For 4, for 3, for 2, slowly bring them down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn the palms to face your legs this time for our Y shape. You're going to inhale, reach the arms up into your Y. Exhale, draw them down. Imagine you're pushing against something to bring those arms back down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, pull them down. 2 more times, full range. Woo. Last time. Hold the top. Palms are facing the ear. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. We pulse. Pulse. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up slowly for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the edge of your mat, soft knees. Reach the arms overhead. Imagine you're grabbing a ball overhead. Soften those knees, and then drop your chin to your chest. Start to round the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll down, forward fold. Walk the hands out to your downward dog. Chill here for a sec. Reaching the chest towards the thigh bones. Inhale. Exhale, come to the knees. Lovely. And your other leg back behind you. I didn't cue right from left last time, so this is going to be your other leg. I hope that's not unknown for you. Okay, one-legged push-ups coming your way again. So we're going to do all the things we did on one side on the other side to end our class. So point your fingers towards the corners of the mat, soften the elbows and turn the elbows towards your knees. Check that hip of the grounded knee, that it's not just dropping out to the side. I want to find length, a lift out of that hip, core engagement. When you're ready, without dropping your chin to your chest, we inhale, we lower, we exhale and lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Find length and strength in that leg that is extended. So either point the toe or flex the ankle, depending on what feels better in your leg. Beauty. Watching we're not extending the spine here. So your body is moving like a pendulum with a neutral spine. Forward and back. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Come to the knees. You're going to turn your knees the other way. I have to go here, and I'm going to my left. Okay. So you're coming to your forearms, twisted front plank. So your knees are stacked, your hips are stacked, your both elbows are on the ground, and your chest and face are facing the ground between your forearms. Pull the shoulders down. You can stay here, or if you want to inhale, hip comes down to the ground. Exhale, lift it up. Thinking of the lower oblique, working to lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, holy smokes, 4, 3, a lot of obliques today, 2, and 1. Turn that bottom arm here. We're going to come up into our side plank. You can be on your hips, knees, or feet. Knee in line with elbow. Join me. I've got to go on my feet. I did last time. You don't have to do that. I just want to. Awesome. Stack the hips. Check. Tip on top of bottom hip. Lift up high out of those hips. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears if you want to go there. We exhale as we round towards the armpit, and then inhale, open up, nice and tall, stacking shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, find length and strength from that reaching arm. Oh my gosh, more obliques. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those hips down. Extend the arm. Have a side lie. Starting with our clamshells. So bum and feet are in line with one another. You are not kinking your head up like I am. And you're finding core engagement, little lift up of those obliques off the ground. Relax head, neck, and shoulders. Take an inhale here. Exhale, connect in. Do it one more time, just the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Inhale to set. Exhale, lift the knee open, making that clamshell shape. Hold here, checking that we haven't opened our hips to the sky. Hips still face right in front of you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Exhale. If it helps, bring your hand to your top booty to check that you're actually working that glute med muscle, and to watch that we're not opening the hip to the sky. If you're exclusively feeling hamstring on this top leg, you can try tilting your upper body slightly more forward, like you're making a laser from your belly button to the ground. That hit the glute med a bit more. Hold the top, hold here, pulse. 8, 7, connect to core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower slowly. Lift the foot off the other foot, same. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2, hold it open, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We tap knee, we tap toes. So we are rotating the hip internally to tap the knees, external slight rotation to tap the toes. Beautiful hip mobility. Movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten that top leg. Flex the ankle so it's in line with the bottom leg, 45 degrees from your hips. We lift and lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, go 4, go 3, 2, hold and pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, point the toe, lower, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 8, 7, connect into core, find that little mouse house. 3, 2, 1, hold pulse. 7, stack hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knee. Ooh, baby. Lovely. You're going to come up here into a seated 90-90 position. This is how we're going to end. I always get my, how do I? Sorry, I can't roll it. Oh, there, that's what I wanted to do. This is right. Okay, so have a seat on your bum, nice and tall on your sits bones. You're going to make a 90-90 with both knees. So 90-degree bend, 90-degree bend. Cool? I'm going to turn myself so you can see me better this way. Okay, so find length out of this side body, and then you're going to plant this hand down. So my left foot, my left knee is the one that's forward. I'm planting left hand down. Take that right arm and reach it overhead directly to the side. Find a pane of glass right in front of your face. Don't lean for it, directly side. Pull the shoulders down. You can stay here on your hand, or if it feels good to come to elbow and do a further extension, go for it. But watch the shoulders aren't rising up. I want them pulled down. Take a big inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, use your obliques, rise up. Go the other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, one more time. Mermaid. Exhale, rise. Inhale. Come center. You're going to lean forward over this front leg. Bring down through the front knee and the front ankle, and try to find length through the crown of the head and the chest. We're not just collapsing down towards the leg. I want you to find length and then reach forward with the upper body so you're really feeling the bottom of this leg. Lengthen out. One more inhale. Exhale to rise up, twisting into a little bit of a twist here. Look for the shoulder, relax the shoulders. Awesome, team. Come back to center. We're going to switch the positioning of the leg. So 90-90 the other way, just by moving like so. Check in, knees. Awesome. All right. I have to turn the body again. So now our right hand, or sorry, the other hand is going down here. Sweep that arm overhead. Pull the shoulders down. Find length direct to the side, maybe on the elbow. Juicy, juicy goodness. Take an inhale one more time. Exhale, use the core to rise up, sweeping over to the other side. Inhale, exhale, center. One more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, come center. You're going to go over the other leg now. Nice and tall on that sit bone. And then lean forward with the crown of the head, long neck, shoulders pulled down. Pushing into that knee and that ankle. And imagine you're kind of drawing the knee and the ankle in towards your pubic bone area. Your pubic area. Really. Hold here, lengthen, pull the shoulders, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up, twisting the other way. Ooh, that feels so good. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Final piece of hip mobility. We're just going to go from one 90-90, switching over to the other. So beautiful move because one hip is externally rotating, the other is internally rotating simultaneously. So you get all goodness. Find tallness, height in the spine and the neck. I'm slowly creeping my way towards you as I do this. Aha. 3 more. 2 and 1. Come center. Bring the soles of the feet together. Feet nice and close into the groin. So you're going to feel inner thigh here. Find that length. Pull the shoulders down. Maybe lean forward slightly. And then rise up. Shimmy those out a little bit further and find that little forward lean one more time. Shifting the focus now to the outer sides of the neutral spine here. So we're not rounding into this. It's not about bringing our nose to our feet. Lovely, team. Rise up, crisscross applesauce or any seated position you want to find. Last thing we're going to do, some little circles with the upper body. Inhale as you come back, filling. Exhale as you come forward. This can be a straight spine and you're just moving from your hips, or this can be a full kind of flexion of the spine if that's what you're feeling you need right now. You can really go side to side, forward, flex, and extend the spine. Do what feels good for you. Next time you come forward, switch directions, other way. I went a full hour. It's 10:29. Look at that. 3, 2, and 1. Come center, hold center, hands to body, option with your eyes, and slightly drop your chin to your chest. Come back into your breath. Feel the body grow as you expand. Feel the weight of your body and your sits bones into the earth as you exhale. Inhale, grow, find length. Exhale, connect in. Last time, full, complete inhale. Deep clearing exhale. Beauty. All done today. Thank you all for coming. You might have some little sneaky oblique feels later on. Any questions? Let me know. Oh, Heidi had to go. That's too bad.